Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeco. Welcome back to Blueprints. So let's jump in here, day 11. I'm very excited. We have 2 out of the 4 torches on the little landing outside lit, and it seems like both were lit due to what we were doing in the bonus room we unlocked. So first things first, I'm gonna go see if we can light another one of those. It's these ones over here. Yeah, there we are. Very cool. I have no idea what that could possibly unlock once they're all 4 lit, but the little Zelda game inside my brain, as soon as I saw one of those 4 light up, I knew I had to complete it. Let's see if we can get a unique door over here. Now, I will say the bunker, or the shelter, with the hovel, we actually missed the gas pipe the first time around. And I'm kind of wondering if the shelter, maybe that could be, there could be another one in there, but we've seen the root cellar a lot. We never picked it. So let's try the root cellar. So there are 4 dig spots in here. If we get a shovel, it's definitely worth coming back here, I think. Is there anything else in here? Oh, this could be useful. We've been trying to get a lot of the names down. Herbert Sinclair, that's our uncle. Mary Epson. This is probably the lady of the house. Clara Epson. We've heard about. She passed away. Excuse me. I don't have too much else to glean from this. We've definitely seen her picture as well. Sort of and we've seen her picture in the bedroom. This is the woman who has the moon shaped necklace. And then obviously it's his house and we've seen his portrait around. I don't recognize this guy off the top of my head. But good info. Unfortunately, we did not get another valve to turn on a light here, but there are 4 dig spots on the ground, so if we find a shovel, it's definitely worth it to come back out. I know it may be a waste of steps, but I did want to check over here. We didn't, like... So this is where we found out about the gas valve and about turning off the gas for the orchard. Now I'm worried. It seems like the gas is needed to keep the orchard alive. So I'm a little worried about turning it off, but at the same time... Oh, here it is, yeah. I mean... Is there a chance if we turn it off we don't get our 20 extra steps every day? That seems like a shame. Alright, critical necessity thanks to the cold temperature and high altitude of the estate. These gas burning stacks prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. Smudge pots are not in use. Should be turned off to conserve resources. So Yeah, so this... I missed this valve here last time. So we can turn this off, and that might give us another torch. I'm not going to do that until we at least have 3 torches. And then I'm going to see if I can turn it back on before the end of the day. Because it really feels like it's saying if you turn that off, all your apple trees are going to die. Which would be a great tragedy at this point in time. All right. Let us get into it. Seems like a great spot for an early den. Have a chest here if we get a extra key or a sledgehammer. The package has been delivered. I'm gonna do that right away. Curious about this package. First I'll check. We already read that. So there's anything else in here, but items include this order. Sleeping mask, magnifying glass, 2 gems. By Thompson. Kimberly Thompson. I had to check my notes. Kimberly Thompson was the name of the lab technician who had the note in the laboratory. So I guess she's the one who sent it to us. Hesmer order 5265. I don't know if that's useful. Nice. I was wondering if this with this game, you never know if it's like, is this gonna be kind of like a temporary benefit for this run, or is it gonna be like story info? So that ended up being kind of a temporary thing, which is not a bad thing at all. Just was curious about it. This is not a bad spot for a chapel, and we get the benefits of it without having to pay anything currently. I'm gonna go back over here first, do this side. Let's do the bedroom. Get the bonus steps. This hallway, I keep saying I'm gonna try and save it for later, but it pops up early and it's always so tempting early. Another locked chest. Yeah, ooh, we have not ever picked the lock room yet, or the locksmith. And we don't have any money. But I'm intrigued. Yeah, so the question is, storeroom is immediate benefit, but I mean, all of these kind of seal us off a little bit. Parlor is more gems. And 1 bonus room. None of these are ideal. I'm going to say locksmith. I don't have any money. So it'd be cool to see the room. And maybe there's info in the room. But it'd be better if I could do it when I had money. A box next to this box contains gems. Both boxes next to this box contains gems. That has to be a lie. A Box next to this box is true. This one also has to be a lie, so this one has to be true. Okay, so do we want coins? Do we want a key? Or do we want a star? Actually, this is probably a good time to get the star because we're pretty early on. This will give us the really powerful benefit of rooms with 4 doors are more common today. So this is our one time we get this. So it's maybe a little... We really want to try and make use of it because that's a powerful benefit. If we like immediately get sealed off, then we've wasted the one time we get that buff. So we got we don't want this. I think we do want the Great Hall. I mean, we don't want to lose half our steps. Both of those are bad. The Great Hall is probably the best one here. But we don't have any keys. So we really want keys. I mean, we have 2 locked chests, and now we have the Great Hall, which has a bunch of locked stuff in it. So we really... Maybe that it was a bad call to not pick the locksmith. Multiple... If we get a shovel even, I bet we'd be good, because... I think this is a good time to do the cloister, because we need more doors. This gives us lots more doors, and we've never picked this room before. It's expensive, but we got the gems for it. Oh my gosh, a shovel would be amazing. Although there was a note about... getting into the inner... The gardener said he forgot how to get into the inner part of the cloister and he was too embarrassed to ask. So that is... There's some puzzle there. Because of the statue, I wonder if it has to do with the shrine. Or maybe the east garden that we have not accessed. Or like the east yard. Oh! I mean, that did it. I literally don't know what I clicked on. I was just like looking at all the pillars and clicking on it. Maybe you have to walk all the way around or something. That's funny. I solved the puzzle completely accidentally. You have been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Nice. So I think that means 2 coins show up every morning in the front room. Mr. Nogula. If you're reading... This is the new gardener who was hired after the old one was fired. If you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. It's funny. He just needed to ask how to get in, and he could have gotten 2 extra coins per day. Let's do courtyard, so we can keep. Oh my god! Like the dig spots are going crazy. If we can't get a shovel, it's going to be really disappointing. Oh. I didn't follow the tips. I'll do this to get the steps of preserving my gems. Although I didn't have too much of an option here. The safe, which we don't know the passcode to. if I had to make a guess, I bet we'll get information about that safe in her ladyship's bedroom, which we know has to be in the West Wing. So it'd be something to work towards. Study. While drafting, you may spend gems to It's a shame. We're low on gems. Garage would be great, but we're low on them. The study might have been good, but oh, come on. This is painful. I think I want the guaranteed key. And the gem. Another dig spot. Yeah, it feels... We really need a shovel. Archives is... Yeah, if we pick this, then we're like really locking ourselves off. Archives opens it up, but then it's such a nerf to not be able to see the floor plans. But I think it is probably worth it. Unfortunately. Gem is nice. I'm not going to use that. Let's do the Nook, because we desperately need the keys. I mean, we can't justify the closet. Maybe you would have a shovel in there, which would be great, but just can't justify it. Can't justify wasting two gems when we can't see what it'll be either. Another shovel spot. This is a good passageway spot. It's as good a place as any to use 2 gems, although not ideal. Let's do the floor plan. Oh, that's a scary one. It's a scary one to pull accidentally. This is interesting. This door was locked from the other side. I guess it makes sense that it would open up, but good to know. This is quite good in terms of getting steps back. But not ideal for doors. We'll see if we can save that. Let's do pantry. Security room is always good, but can't afford it. Probably can't afford the gymnasium right now either. Let's see what this is. Oh, the library. Well, can request a new book. We get a free key. I'm curious about the stars. Let's see if we can get the stars. The pump system, I think there's like a bathhouse or a pool or something like that unlocks the pump room. I have never even built the first step in that process, let alone the second. So I think I have a little more time before that puzzle will need to be accessed. Yeah, we got. All right, well, let's do the closet and let's cross our fingers for a shovel. I mean, metal detector's good, but not as good as shovel. This is a bit of a painful day today. So we have so many opportunities for cool stuff, and it just have not quite pulled what we need. Guess we have to do dining room. Unfortunate. This is our last remaining key on our last remaining door. Do we risk it with the archive floor plan? Oh. Unfortunate. Not the best day, unfortunately. Hello, mister. Bit of a bummer. Really struggled with getting the consumables. Ran out of gems early. The four-way, I think the archives, I mean, we kind of needed the doors, but the archives definitely always hurt taking it. I think I get tempted into taking it too frequently, and it's probably not the right decision. It's a bit of a shame. Yep. Let's the root cellar seemed good. Again, root cellar's definitely worth taking. It gave us like so many dig options. Just never were able to find a shovel. Let's call it in. Let's do another one. That was not a very satisfying day. Just felt pretty limited in what I was able to do for most of those decisions. We do get the allowance, which is nice. 2 coins isn't a ton, but 2 coins at the start of every day is nothing to sneeze at. And obviously, as we continue to collect allowance, it should go up from there. Get another roll on our room here. And if we do ever get the third light, then we can go in. Each time you draft a dead end in the house spread, 5 in the tomb, or the tool shed. 2 special items. We've heard about the tool shed in one of the notes about the gardening tools being in the tool shed. Both of these are tempting. Oh, and the shelter. Actually, the shelter would be good too, because now we know how to open the time lock safe. Oh, all these are so tempting. I have to say that what do we want to do? All these are tempting. I'm curious about. I really want to know what's in the tomb. That instantly sparked my imagination. I wonder if this is related to the sort of underground tunnel. This is quite the expanse. The different angels. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. All of the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, these words might grant you the strength to bend, if not break these chains, then I would cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat the sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric, and to, in turn, recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert Sinclair. Definitely has some of the vibes of the Red Prince, the Swimbird child book, or children's book. That was about like living for others instead of living for yourself. It said build a shrine on this spot. And shrine is one of the options for a room we can build in this location, so I think that's... Next time I see that, I definitely want to do that. Hello. Yeah. Do we have some way to light those? I haven't seen like a object for that, but definitely something to think about. Okay. Flower. Candles. This one's lit up. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? This is a very convoluted space. So there's the exit. Lots of these have sort of looked like they're passageways or hidden doors or something. Gonna do one more circle around. Come on, pick up one of these candles. I wanna light some stuff. Maybe all the statues can put their item down. Did I miss any of them? That one's down. So down. Down. It's down. Oh wait, this one's still up. Trying to listen, see if there's like a door moving. This, I mean, that surely that's move somehow. All right. I believe I've scoped this out as much as I'm able. I don't see any other statues to click on, but not sure what any of that did. Anyway, cool. So definitely want to try and build a shrine there next time. My allowance. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. Is there anything else you require? Please do not hesitate to ask. I mean, I have not seen you, and I've been here for 2 weeks, so I don't know how I'd ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you that I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at baseline standard of service, and I hope you will one day come to expect of us. I hope that the baseline of standards that you will one day come to expect of us. Let's do parlor. Seems like a good way to start often. The gems are in the white box. Only one box contains gems. That's true. Only one box is true. So this one has to be true. If this were true, then it would necessarily be false. So this one has to be false. So then both of these have to be true, so that there are two that are correct. And then this is saying the gems are in the white box. This seems like a good spot as I need to start the laboratory quest. Get a good house rule, maybe, early on. Get a lot of benefit from it. Or, what is it called? Experiment. Experiment setup. Whenever you draft an archived floor plan, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. That seems pretty good. Or whenever you draft a shop room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. This seems more difficult. I mean, we could get a huge allowance pretty quickly if we got the archives. Or, I kind of want to try it. I feel like the archives have popped up. They're pretty common. They've popped up like every single day. And then we could just like really try and get a large allowance like permanent. The stars are also permanent, but I don't know. Having just like a permanent amount of gold at the beginning of every day seems pretty good. I'm going to try this. So the question is, are we able to make that happen? Oh, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Now the only thing that I need to make sure I don't do is like immediately hem myself in, because there's the opportunity to really get a big bonus here. Let's do this. Oh, that was a bad call. Okay. So we only have 2 more doors here, so we need to do a better job. Let's do we have never built the aquarium despite getting it constantly, because I've just never had the gems for it whenever I want it. I know that there's some way to interact with this room using the, what was it called? The pump room. The pump room is something you can do with the pump room. It interacts with this room. Let's do the hallway. I guess we should do the archive just because I don't want to lock myself in. Oh, that's a good call, actually. So what is this? Farmer's apples. Apples are especially delicious today. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, because that's when you get 7, and I only had 6. So maybe when you get 10, you can redo the Southern Cross. That's good to know, at least. So that's not we didn't permanently miss out on that. Potentially. Let's do, I'm worried about this being a dead end, so let's do gymnasium. I'm not too worried about steps, really. If we can... Let's do the archive. I wonder if one of these is the archive, we just can't see it. We didn't get the experiment successful tag. Yeah. I've seen all this before. We think this is... This is not Mrs. Babish's room. This is the other maid, because we've seen that there are two maids. Here's the, like, Mila statue that I was curious about. Yeah, there are two maids, so this must be the other maid's room. Because there's a note from Mrs. Babbage in this room. So we want to not seal ourselves in. So we really got to hope this doesn't seal ourselves in, because these two do. Oh, thank goodness. I'm not that worried about losing steps, honestly. I think we're not trying to make much progress here. We're trying to build up our allowance as much as possible. Let's do the archived floor plan. Anything in here? One thing I did want to see, okay, it said these must be all the different angels. And I wonder if I don't know what's going on with these statue guys. But the fact that these angels are numbered seems important. So I'm going to grab a screen grab of these in case it comes up at some point. Oh. Cool. All right. Have that info if it ever is called upon. Locked? Oh, shoot. I really hope this one isn't locked. Keys would be great. Let's do the boiler room just because I don't know if it does need to be connected to the laboratory, and I don't think we're going to have another chance to test that, and it gives us more doors. So we've seen this multiple times that we've never been able to make it happen. Experiment successful. Nice. So successful triggers 6. That's pretty nice. So we are already at 8 coins per day. Very pleased with that. Green. So we have some control over how all that works. Don't know what any of these do. That looks like an elevator. Is that an elevator? So that retracts that. Oh, there we go. So that made this move. Oh, do we want to pause it at a point where we can turn that boiler on? Nice. So now we can turn this one, turn this elevator on. So I think we have to get... Oh, what's this? Oh, maybe where the steam is directed. So this opens up this gate. Okay, so now that opened that door. So that opens the gate but closes that door. Oh, okay, wait. So that will turn off the... Okay. Nice. So that's sending the power in that direction. So it definitely does need to be connected to the laboratory. Unfortunately. And if I move this, it sends the power that direction instead. Got it. Good to know. Now, I want to open that door so I have another door access. Is there a way to do that while keeping the machine on? That door is this pipe. Oh, wait. This is the one. Oh, okay, wait, I need to do it like this. It turns that on, and then I need to do it like this. Oh, and then I also need to do this. So there is not... Oh, that does keep the machine on. Okay, it seems like maybe once you get the machine on, it doesn't turn off. Which is nice. Oh. But then that did not... That door didn't stay open. How do I get that door open? Oh, this is not right. that. Oh. So this pipe. So to turn on the elevator. Sorry, this this is a very visual-based puzzle. I'm not 100% sure if there's a way to turn on. I think okay. Actually, I think if I do it like this, I might be okay. Oh no. Because we want... Yeah, this pipe is just not quite shaped the right way. Because we want these two pipes to be connected to steam. And the steam comes from this pipe. But there's no way to quite do that. So the steam needs to come from this pipe. Although the... A little perplexed here. So this boiler. Oh, okay. That's how you do it. Just overcomplicating it a little bit. So that's how you open that door. Then you can send this down. You can extend the bridge. And then everything should be accessible. Okay, I just missed that valve. Oh, this needs to be like this. Here's how you extend the bridge. Cool. Okay. Puzzle solved, sort of. We're still low on keys, so it's still dangerous, basically. But... Oh, that's funny. So that's tells me that I can claim the broken lever there. I don't want to claim it. Let's do the closet, see if we can grab some keys. And indeed we can, and a reroll. Which may not be super useful, but keys will be. We want +1 key. It locks us, but like... Let's do this. Nope, that was not good. Den is a gem and it guarantees another room. Maybe that would have made sense. Try to get over here, but by and large, I think that was successful. Now I'm gonna try and go back to the laboratory and just to double check what I already know, but we got our alliance up to 10 coins per day, which is very nice. Laboratory is this direction. So very pleased with that. Figured out how the boiler works a little bit. Although I'm sure if I get this room again, I will just have to continue to stare at it and have no idea what's going on. Straight. Yeah, turn to the aquarium. Aquarium ended up not having much in it except for, like, without the pump room. Yeah, there's no way that the power's on. So this room has vents. This room also has vents. And the vents connect to all 4 doors. This room also has vents, but not that helpful. Does the aquarium? Sorry, I had to pause that for a second. So yeah, the vents, this seems to be where they end. So there are some rooms that have vents connected to them, which might be helpful for routing the power, but I'd have to, you can't, it doesn't look like you can see it. Yeah, I don't know if there's any like way to tell which rooms have the vents connected to it. And that it's possible that's just a visual thing, although I wouldn't think so. But I think that's for next time. Otherwise, we are pretty locked out. But pleased with the allowance, got it all the way up to 10, so that'll be super helpful going forward. And we'll call it a day there. Definitely be interested to try and build a shrine there next time I get the option. But we'll keep pressing on. I think next time I get the commissary, I'm also realizing that the sale will be going on, so everything will be cheaper. So that'll be worth checking out as well. But no, wait, it wasn't the sale. It was there was a note that it was basically a lie, and it said something was going on in the commissary from the 12th to the 16th, so we don't know what actually is going on, but definitely worth checking out. So that'll be for next episode, but appreciate you taking a look with me, and drop a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Talk to you next time.